On my way to Anchorage, I stopped by a town called Eagle River to speak with the spokesperson of Wolf Song of Alaska, a nonprofit dedicated to understanding the wolf through a combination of education, science, and public awareness. So we are in Eagle River, Alaska with Tom Tallis, who is the director of Wolf Song of Alaska. And Tom, it's a beautiful place you have here.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. We wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Oh, I don't blame you one bit. So now you guys are a nonprofit. Tell me what your mission is.
The mission is multifaceted with different focuses, but we concentrate on science, education, and public awareness.
Okay. Now, wolves are obviously such an important part of the ecosystem here. Why is education so important?
Basically due to the fact that there might be so much misinformation about wolves, what role they play in wildlife, in the environment in general.
You know, I recently watched a video called How Wolves Change Rivers, and I'm sure you've probably seen it.
Yes.
But I was blown away by the symbiotic effect that wolves had on the entire ecosystem there in Yellowstone after they had been reintroduced. What type of impact do wolves have on the ecosystem here in Alaska?
Well, what you're referencing is something that's actually happening in Alaska, in southeast Alaska, the archipelago wolves. And they were able to film wolves actually catching salmon in the streams and in the rivers down there. And it's just another example of, call it a myth or just lack of knowledge, that wolves do hunt. They don't kill, they hunt to survive. I mean, they do kill, but it's for survival. And without the wolves, much like the story in Yellowstone, without them it would not be good.
What is the future of Wolf Song of Alaska?
Pretty much to continue exactly what we're doing. We talked about the science and the education and public awareness, and it's just another opportunity for people to dispel misinformation and get correct, accurate information, and we want to continue in that direction and grow.
Well, Tom, appreciate you having me out here.
You're more than welcome. Glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you. True or false? In the city of Talkeetna, a dead man was elected mayor and held the position for 20 years. The answer when we return. Of course, I couldn't come to Alaska without doing an Alaskan glacier cruise. And speaking of things that are uniquely Alaskan, Alaska is the only state that has grizzly bears, black bears, and polar bears. There are a lot of misconceptions about bears, too. One of the things you'll hear some people say is if you ever get attacked by a bear, you should play dead. That's not always true. If it's a grizzly bear, that can actually be a good strategy, and if they see you're not moving, very often they'll just move on. Black bears tend to be very docile, but if they do attack you, it's probably because they're hungry and they intend to kill you. So in that situation, it's not a good idea to play dead with a black bear. You actually want to fight for your life. Now, as for polar bears, well, just avoid polar bears at all costs. That is probably the most dangerous species of bear. So did a dead man serve as mayor of Talkeetna? If you guessed false, you guessed correctly. However, a cat was elected as mayor in 1997. Stubbs the cat was a write-in candidate and proudly held the honorary title of Talkeetna mayor until his death in 2017. The residents thought he was a viable alternative to the less appealing human candidates.